Get it.
Yes, and I'm sure there will be more discussion after the roundtable hearing.
I'm sure. Thank you.
And you have a very, very proactive president of the Mayor's Council on your show, and I've been impressed with all the work that he's been doing already.
Well, I think he's pretty impressed with all the compliments you guys keep throwing.
Senator.
Yeah, he's like, never mind the interview. We'll just keep getting these compliments.
A neighbor to Petey, so.
Right. Thank you, Senator. We'll see you.
Esta.
Okay, Joss. All right, Mayor Alig. I don't know if I could kiss up as good as those two did, but good morning.
Well, you know what? Senator Marsh could actually be in PD. It depends on who you ask.
Right. So where is she on like the kind of like between Assen and PD or something?
Correct. Yeah. She's her road. If you ask the residents that live on the top of the road, at the end of the road, they say they're from PD. And if you ask the residents that are from where she's at down, their official municipality is Assen. So it depends on who you ask.
Well, thanks for joining us for our Monday morning update. I'm so sorry those guys cut into a lot of your time, but I'm pretty sure you don't mind.
I don't mind. Good morning and off of it.
Right on.
Well, you know, I think one of the bigger things that we have going on with most of the mayors, especially those with baseball fields and recreational facilities like gyms, now that the gathering limit has increased and that there's a little more opportunities for sports teams to play and to conduct tournaments. I think that's one of our bigger issues these days, and this week, as a matter of fact, because a lot of the baseball fields are opening up for more than just practices. And we're really concerned about our village gyms. I know those mayors that have village gyms, they are definitely operate differently from the typical gym, like the other fitness gyms. And so with the village gyms, they're really at the discretion of the mayor. And so if the mayor doesn't feel that they're ready to safely have more tournaments or games within the gym, the mayor does not have to open the gym. Of course, what we're really impressing upon the teams and tournament organizers is a mitigation plan that has to be approved by public health. So if they obtain their approved mitigation plan, then the mayor perhaps will be more amenable to allowing the tournament to proceed within their facilities. And so for us in PD, we have a baseball field that a lot of people like to use, and so we're requesting for that as well. And so we're hoping that the other mayors' offices and facilities do the same. Again, I mentioned the village gyms because there's a lot of activity in those gyms, and there's different organizations that use those gyms. And as long as there's a mitigation plan that's provided to the mayor, there really should be no problem. There's a lot of organizations and perhaps even teams that are a little more lax now or starting to be lax about these types of issues with COVID preparedness. So we want to be sure that everyone remains healthy and safe. So
what again, Mayor, sorry, Mayor. We had a comment in here. Are village versus village baseball games foreseeable in the future? When you talk about submitting the plans, obviously you got to wait for public health to hear back. What's the timeline on when we're going to see baseball games at the village level?
Well, I know for us, we're looking at next month. We have tournaments already scheduled starting next month, and so with a approved mitigation plan, I'll accept it as much as I can in PD. And so the field has actually been used for a lot of practices since last month, and we're accepting of that as long as there's no social gathering afterwards, right after the practice. We gotta go home. Village to village sports, we've been talking about it with the mayors. So with some of the funds that we're going to receive, hopefully through the ESF, we're hoping to have that type of intramural style tournament within the villages. So we're hoping to have that announcement soon enough.
Mayor, what about the commodities, right? I wanted to ask, when you guys do the food commodities, what are people saying, and what are you seeing in terms of like the need for it?
There's still a need. There's still a desire for both the food commodities that we receive from TFAP and the food boxes that a private contractor was selected to distribute. So those two types of boxes, or the box and the bag, they're both still, they're still both in need. The difference is, the difference is that one is dry and one is perhaps wet, and they combine, they create a nutritional meal. So, there doesn't seem to be less of a need.
You got an update on the stray animal roundup?
Don't have an update on the stray animals. I know we continue to do it. I do have to say though, changing the subject on the stray animals, going back to recyclables because it's Earth Month.
Yes.
If your village mayor has not reached out to you and you have some recyclables that need to get disposed, please give your office, your mayor's office, a call and see how they're scheduling the pickup or the disposal of your recyclables. And so we cannot accept everything. There are some things that we can't accept, such as used oil, paint, propane tanks that still have the nozzle on the top. So those types of things, we'll have to work out. And a lot of those types of things that we can't accept, GSWA accepts directly from the resident. And so you can also check with GSWA if you're able to dispose that directly. But as far as appliances, electronics, tires, abandoned vehicles, those types of things, we're still collecting. And if you've not contacted your mayor's office, please do so. The money there's an end to the money, right? And so we say it ends at the end of the fiscal year, which is September 30. But if the funds run out sooner, then it'll be gone. And so I know we're working with Senator San Augustine and also with the Lieutenant Governor to see if there's additional funding for that, so that the villages can continue to dispose these types of recyclables.
Yeah, we're debuting another Dirty Politics this morning, where we were able to go out to 1,000 Steps with Manila Mayor Alan Gata. And when you talked about tires, trash, abandoned vehicles, that's exactly what we found at 1,000 Steps.
And that's an example. I spoke to Mayor Ngakta and I spoke to Mayor Savares about the types of trash that they find in the illegal dumps and the quantity. And so initially, what we receive from the recycling revolving fund is just not sufficient to get rid of an initial sweep of all the illegal dump sites. And so we proposed perhaps $100,000 for one initial cleanup. And both mayors in Manila and Deredo just say that that's absolutely insufficient. And they're looking at upwards of $300,000 just for an initial sweep of their village. And it's understandable based on what you've seen at 1,000 Steps and what Mayor Savares goes through at the pipeline up in Deredo and other locations. And so we're hoping, that through all of the different initiatives, we'll be able to resolve some of our illegal dumping issues. Well, and then I'll send a plug for an organization that's actually helping us. AK is accepting batteries from us, vehicle batteries, used vehicle batteries. So mayor's offices can accept the used vehicle batteries, and in May, AK will pick them up at no charge to us. As a matter of fact, they'll make a donation to the MPC or to the mayor's office for the pickup of those batteries. So if you have batteries that you want to get rid of, you can also call your mayor's office and make arrangements to get them picked up or to drop them off at your mayor's office.
Mayor, that was I believe that was a DPR park, the 1,000 Steps, right? Do you think that more needs to be done in terms of Parks and Rec going around and cleaning up the parks that are in its inventory as we prepare for the reopening of the island on May 1st-ish?
Yeah, we can always do better, right? And we all know what our shortfalls are, whether it's the mayor's office or DPR. But I feel that concerted effort is the best route. We have a lot of volunteers that want to help clean up, and we don't want to just keep it all on the agency, even though the agency is charged with that responsibility. And we all know it, and we've heard it time and time again from different administrations that DPR is the least funded, they have the least amount of employees. Well, and we hear that with the mayors as well. But if we work together, and there's, like I said, there's a lot of organizations out there that are wanting to do these cleanups. And so I think that the bigger issue with that is disposal and the fees associated with disposal. But again, we're hoping that we can find funding to secure that.
Right on. Anything in closing, mayors? We're near the top of the hour here. What's going on this week?
I think we're good. I think that if people just give us a call, work with your mayor's office more, and I'm always willing to take the call too. We'd rather deal with it rather than have illegal dumping. So thank you very much.
Of course. Thank you, Mayor Jesse Alig. Hold on, Jason Solis, ladies and gentlemen.
I just had a real quick observation. Are you and Mayor Alig wearing the exact same shirt?
No, we're not.
Oh, no, I don't think we are.
You could have fooled me. I mean, it looks like down to the stitch. It looks like the same one.
I bought my clothes at Big Boy's Clothes Store.
Oh, I'm right behind you, Mayor.
Hey, well, you both have impeccable taste. I was just wondering. It looks the same.
Thank you, Jay.
Biba. Have a great week.
Biba Island Print Monday.
Well, yeah, we'll use the hashtag Same Shirt Monday.
Right. Okay. Thanks, Mayor. Okay, there you go. Mayor Jesse Alig, the Mayor's Council of Guam president. We did reach out to Deputy Mayor Melissa Savares to get her on. I kind of wanted to bring her